Summer started a few days ago, and the MLB season is in full blast, and I'm glad to be doing these baseball video game videos for you once again, called the 8-Bit Boys of Summer. To restart this series, I figured I'd take something that I loved in the past, which was Nicktoons, and something that I currently love in Major League Baseball. You normally think these two things wouldn't go together, but they actually did. In a game released by 2K Games, Nicktoons MLB for the Nintendo Wii. Released for the Wii in 2011, Nicktoons MLB is a baseball game aimed at kids. It takes all of the then current teams as well as 30 of the more well-known Nicktoon characters of the time. Although there are a lot from SpongeBob, Avatar, Ren and Stimpy, but it provides a fun balance with the pro players. Now on the surface you see the graphics are crap. These graphics look like they belong on the PS1 rather than a 7th generation console that boasted such great graphical titles as No More Heroes 2 and Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. It also pains me that on the prior consoles, you had games with both SpongeBob and Jimmy Neutron that looked a lot better than this. Now, I also know there was a DS version of the game, but I honestly haven't played it. If the graphics were better on the DS, that would just make the previous 100 so words that I just said even more damning. Now, while the game's graphics might be dire for something in 2011 on the Wii, what it does make up for from that department is some easy, simple to pick up, clean gameplay. Kind of. Since the game is on the Wii, they had to put in some motion controls for the game. If you play with a Wiimote and a nunchuck, you use the Wiimote to swing the bat, slide, and do all of that. But to do anything else, the controls are a bit frustrating. Plus, personally, I just find the Wiimote and nunchuck cumbersome to use for this game. Thankfully, the gameplay allows classic controller support, so I just use that, and the gameplay's fine, and it's a great throwback control-wise to the SNES days of baseball games. With the classic controller, the game makes a lot more sense as you pick a pitch with the base buttons and hold it down for power, and while fielding, have it be the base you want to throw to. While batting, B is the power swing, A is for contact, and Y is for bunting. Makes for a smooth gameplay experience, while with the other two options are less intuitive than that. The game itself is cool if you're a fan of MLB and Nicktoons, especially the Nicktoons of the time. To go along with the 30 MLB teams, there are 6 Nicktoons teams that give you teams certain stat boosts based on situations. Some of them are the Raccoons, which add +2 to the arm stat so they could gun down a runner or steal a home run away from the other team. The Boppers pretty much make all home runs impossible to catch over the fence, and the Comeback Kids add +2 to all stats while they are losing. I honestly like this concept as it makes it more like a really cool NES baseball game that I've played in Baseball Simulator 1000. What also makes it more like Baseball Simulator 1000 is the Turbo Bar. You build up enough turbo by getting on base or hitting a certain mark while pitching and getting a strike. The bar increases, and when one chunk of the bar is full, you can perform turbo moves such as running the bases faster, more power to your bat, or able to pitch faster. It is this move that makes the game go from being just a generic baseball game with cartoon characters to being more arcadey style game like Slugfest. There are a couple of different modes for the Wii version. There's your standard pick up and play mode where you play a basic game with only 5 innings on the default, but you could increase those in the options. There's a tournament mode where you play against a certain amount of teams to win the trophy. All-Star mode you play as either the MLB, the All-Stars, or the Nicktoon All-Stars, and play a pickup game like that. And lastly, there's the Distance Derby. In this mode, you attempt to hit 3 distant targets in a row and then swing for the billboards to knock them down, with the first doing so being the winner. It's a nice little distraction and minigame to break up admittedly lean gameplay modes. What I'm a bit sad about is the lack of a full season mode, something that the DS version had. You would think the console version would have that type of mode since they would add more replay value to a game, but alas, it wasn't meant to be. After playing this game for a while, I'll say that the game itself is okay. As far as Nicktoons games go, it's not bad and can certainly be enjoyed by adults young and old. What also makes this game worth playing is the commentary by Perch Perkins and Gurr. The chemistry that is written and conveyed by the two actors are quite good and enhances the gameplay experience.
On AJ Pierzynski.
There's the angry monkey!
I don't think that has anything to do with the game.
The game can be found for the Wii, DS, 360, and there's a later 3DS version that has more stadiums, more modes, and more characters. But it was released a year later than the prior versions. If you can find the 3DS version, then go with that one since it is the definitive version. If not, then the Wii version isn't a bad choice to go with. Just play it with a classic controller instead of the motion controls. If I were to put it on the big board that I have so far, I would put it below Tecmo Baseball, but above the rest. I enjoyed that game just a bit more than I did Nicktoons MLB, although I still recommend picking up Nicktoons MLB for being a pretty good baseball game for the Wii. Well, it's going to do it this time for the 8-Bit Boys this summer. Next time when we do the 8-Bit Boys this summer, we're going to take a look at what many people say is the best baseball game on the entire NES, and that is Baseball Stars. So until next time here on the 8-Bit Boys this summer, feel free to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already to this channel, and if you want to see more videos and get more material out quicker, feel free to become a member of our Patreon at www.patreon.com/GameShowGarbage. And we added something new to the Patreon backers. Even before this video is edited, before we start editing, the scripts for all the video that will be shot will be released to Patreon backers. So if you want to take a look at what's going to be happening with the video before it comes out on YouTube a day or two later, feel free to become a member of our Patreon, and it will be available to all backers. So even if you're a $1 backer or a $10 backer or a $20 backer, you get access to all this great stuff. Until next time, bye-bye. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go listen to some Carly Simon. Nobody does it better.